Hi, I'm Chris. I work at 7IM. I'm actually the Managing Director for Intermediary Solutions. We build a range of investment portfolios for clients who want to engage with us. And I'm here today to talk about one that we're pretty proud of and one that we think is built exactly for the circumstances that are facing us today. It's called Pathbuilder. I'm looking forward to you hearing all about it. We've built a range of funds and we've built it for investors looking for a broadly diversified investment portfolio and actually for people who want to keep an eye on costs but without compromising either the level of risk they're willing to take, hence the range rather than any one fund, or the level of scrutiny that goes into the building of the portfolio. So there is an awful lot out there in the investment universe. So what makes us different? I would describe our investment approach as having diversification or proper diversification, as I'll emphasise at its core. We're probably all comfortable with the concept of eggs in baskets, but I think I want to be more specific about why I say properly diversified. So Pathbuilder allocates more equally and thoughtfully across asset classes, not just asset classes, but geographies and sectors, and that means not following the herd, particularly in the rise of US-centric passive investment that we've all seen over the course of the past few years. And it also means, therefore, looking to the future rather than the past, shunning fashion fads, periods of exceptionalism, and it's, I guess, that approach that informs our global exposure rather than yesterday, we want to look at tomorrow. For 20 years we've been doing this. That gives us confidence, and the confidence to be consciously different. And that really shines through in how we build our portfolios, because we aren't me too. Performance is delivered by factors, not borders. And in a global village, we want to know what really drives the performance of the portfolio. And that's the equivalent of, by the way, counting your proteins and your carbohydrates when you're on a diet rather than the item itself. Because unless you understand that, unless you know what's going on underneath the bonnet, to use another metaphor, you don't understand what's really making the engine run. Well, as you'd expect me to say, performance has been very strong. So we launched this just over 3 years ago, but I'm proud to say that it's outperformed, on average, its peers over 1 and 3 years across pretty much every risk profile. Don't believe me, go and check it out for yourself. Well, after experiencing an unprecedented period of US dominance, we think that a more balanced outlook actually is the order of the day, and it's a more sensible way to seek returns. The rise of passive investment has led to quite a dominant showing, as I said, for the US in particular in most portfolios. And true, whilst it's the largest economy in the world, accountable for a quarter of world GDP, it often accounts for 2/3 of an investment portfolio. Now, like the US, we like the US, but we also believe that investors want something a little bit more balanced and maybe something also to reflect the currency in which they invest in and liabilities are in, and that's in pounds. So if you believe it's not sustainable over the medium term for global markets to be completely dominated by one country, by one sector, and within that 6 or 7 companies, we think we offer a good alternative. More drivers of performance, more balanced sectors, and more of a geographic spread. In short, properly diversified. In terms of costs, as I mentioned at the beginning, we think they're really competitive. Costs are at 0.22% for the management of the fund, and they're between, let's say, all in 0.34 to 0.36%. It's because we use passive vehicles in order to capture market returns. That's what enables us to manage the costs. In summary, we're tried and tested. We have seen financial crises, global shocks, geopolitical conflicts, and huge uncertainty. And we aren't a new entrant. We have been through the mill. We've been through ups and downs, everything in between, and we have delivered. And when it comes to your money, in a world searching for shiny things, we think that counts for a lot. And that's why we built Pathbuilder.